Captain Elena Rodriguez had seen enough death in the Proxima Wars to last several lifetimes, but nothing had prepared her for the sight of the dying Vorthack mother on Kepler 442b. The creature's obsidian carapace was cracked like a broken mirror, her 6 legs twitching weakly as she pushed a small, writhing mass toward Elena's boots. The infant Vorthack was no larger than a house cat, its crystalline scales shifting from deep purple to silver as it sensed Elena's presence. Everyone in the galaxy knew what Vorthacks were, apex predators capable of dismantling entire fleets with their psychokinetic abilities and razor-sharp morphic appendages. The Terran Empire had spent decades trying to weaponize them, while the Centauri Federation had attempted genocide. Neither had succeeded. "She wants you to take her child," whispered Marcus, Elena's xenobiologist companion, his scanner trembling in his hands. "The readings are unprecedented. This infant's neural activity is off the charts." Elena knelt beside the dying mother, whose great compound eyes fixed on her with startling intelligence. The creature made a sound, part whistle, part harmonic resonance, that seemed to bypass Elena's ears and speak directly to her mind: protect. That was 3 years ago. Now, Elena stood on the bridge of her modified exploration vessel, watching as the Hegemony's Third Fleet retreated from Titan Station. The irony wasn't lost on her. She, who had once fought for the Empire, was now the most wanted fugitive in known space. All because of the creature that currently hung upside down from the ceiling, its scales shimmering with contentment. "Kira," Elena said softly, and the young Vorthack descended gracefully, her 4 arms folding as she perched on Elena's shoulder. At 3 years old, Kira stood nearly as tall as Elena when fully extended, but she preferred to remain compact, almost feline in her movements. "The Hegemony Admiral is requesting parley," announced Arya, the ship's AI. 67 vessels are maintaining position at the edge of the system. Elena smiled grimly. "Tell Admiral Voss he can have his parley, but it happens here, on my terms." 30 minutes later, Admiral Harrison Voss materialized via hologram on Elena's bridge. His weathered face bore the scars of the Vorthack conflicts, and his eyes immediately locked onto Kira, who was casually dismantling and reassembling Elena's quantum toolkit with her mind. "Rodriguez," Voss said, his voice carefully controlled. "You know why I'm here." "Same reason everyone else comes," Elena replied. "You want her. You want to turn her into a weapon." Kira's scales shifted to a warning crimson, and several metal objects around the bridge began to vibrate slightly. Elena placed a calming hand on the young Vorthack's arm. "She's not just any Vorthack," Voss continued. "Our xenopsychologists believe she's what they call a prime, 1 in a million. Her psychokinetic range could encompass entire star systems." "And that terrifies you," Elena observed. "Good. It should." "Elena," Voss's voice dropped to almost a whisper, "in 6 months, that creature will reach full maturity. If the reports are accurate, she could single-handedly destabilize the balance of power across 3 sectors. The Empire, the Federation, the Hegemony, we've all agreed. She can't be allowed to." Kira's mental voice cut through the transmission like a blade: "They fear love." Elena felt the young Vorthack's emotions. Not the rage or bloodlust that legends attributed to her species, but something far more complex. Curiosity. Loyalty. And yes, love, the simple, profound love of a child for her adoptive parent. "You made one crucial mistake, Admiral," Elena said, watching as Kira gently took her hand with one of her smaller appendages. "You assumed that power without love creates monsters. You never considered what happens when the galaxy's deadliest predator learns to love." The hologram flickered as Voss leaned forward. "And what happens, Rodriguez?" Elena's smile was sharp as stellar ice. "She protects what she loves. And I've taught her that freedom is worth protecting." Kira's scales shifted to gold, the color, Elena had learned, of absolute certainty. The Third Fleet retreated within the hour.